am Tiffany Mariie. I am a poet. I am a business owner. I'm a daughter. I'm a friend. I'm a lover. Yeah, I'm a lot of different things. I wear a lot of different hats. And so it just kind of depends on the day when people ask me who I am. My dad raised me. He was a single father. So special place in my heart for him. My mother was a drug addict. So he took on his role and he did his big one, I like to say, with me. I grew up on the north side, right behind Lyndon B. Kinley High School. I'm a north side baby. I kind of grew up by myself, actually. It was like my dad was there. He was around. He got in a really bad accident when I was 8. And so from then it kind of switched from him taking care of me to me taking care of him. And so that's kind of been my narrative for a really long time in life. Like, I'm the caretaker, I'm the caregiver. I started writing when I was probably, let my dad tell it, I've been writing since I could write. But the first thing that I remember, I think I was like 14. I had wrote a poem. It was actually a suicide note to my dad. I left it on his pillow, and it was basically a letter to him apologizing for not being enough. And like, I think growing up, it was a situation where it was like, I was going through the mommy issues, and then it was like I was dealing with my sexuality, and it's like, what? I'm a lesbian, and my mom not here, and my dad is frustrated, and like, in hindsight, it's like that's nothing to do with me, but it was just a lot. And then after that, it was just poetry became like my saving grace. And so yeah, it was me and him. It was me and my big guy. I am Tiffany Mariie, and this is my story. The journey with my mother has been an interesting one, to say the least. Growing up, it was a situation where it was like, well, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, why don't you want to be here? And then as an adult, in hindsight, it's like, girl, she had her own stuff going on. It really didn't have nothing to do with you. But I remember as a kid, my mother taught me grace. I remember growing up, she was everybody was mean to her. And as a kid, like, you don't comprehend that, like, your mom's actually a drug addict and she's stealing. You know what I'm saying? That's why everyone's mean to her. But in my brain, it was like, no, she's human. You know what I'm saying? She belongs to somebody. I watch her belong to people, regardless of their perception of her. She belongs to somebody. And so that's like my revelation, like, as an adult. I actually spent, I think, 12 hours with her a couple months ago. With her, my sister, my nieces, my uncles, all these people that I don't really know. I got to sit in a room with all of them and actually see where I came from. So that was a big deal. It was a lot to unpack, obviously, but it was a great experience. The suicide note specifically kind of stemmed from that. And it's a big part of my purpose now is like everything that I do. I try to show up enough. And that's something that obviously I'm a human too, which I forget sometimes, but I struggle with because it's like that's always been the thing in the back of my head. And so as I go through this journey, it's like, no, you belong in these spaces, you belong in these rooms, it's okay for you to take up space. And that's a lot of my message, like, to people. Like, I try to pour that into people. And it also helps me continue to pour it into myself. So, yeah. So in February, right, I get this call and they're like, hey, you want to do it backstage? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Of course. Why not? Right? Do you want to do it backstage at the Lincoln Theater? And I'm like, what? It's the Lincoln Theater. Of course I want to do it backstage. And so I'm blessed to have some really great friends and people. My village is really, really strong. And people were like, well, what are you going to talk about? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. And everybody in my village kept talking about my rose garden, right? Just for reference, my rose garden is a metaphor for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I say things like the keeper of the garden, I mean like myself, my own journey, my own body, my own energy. Like, managing that is a big deal. Like, everybody is their own garden. And so I started really thinking about it. Like, what does it mean to be the keeper of your garden? What does it mean to actually do it? And so I took the story of my parents. I had Tress Augustine play my mother, ZF Taylor played my father, Riley Jackson played 10-year-old me, my little sister Tazara played 16-year-old me, and then there was me as I am today. And it was just really important for me to be vulnerable. And so the first part was me telling the people how my mother's absence created and formed me. And then all at the same time, it was like her absence created and formed me, which then trickled down into how my dad treated me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I have to do this. I have to be here for her. And then for me, being 10 and going through the processes of like, I wonder who my mom is. Like, I wonder if she loves me. I wonder if she cares about me. I am Tiffany Mariie, and this is my story. And then being a teenager and being like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's never here anyway. And then it ended in this almost rebirth. To me, it was just beautiful because it was like, I've taken this journey and it's been my actual journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've taken this journey from being confused and being sad and being uncomfortable and being unsure to actually being who I am. It's like all of those pieces make up who I actually am. It was hard. It was a really hard process because before that point, I hadn't really thought that in depth about mommy. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of just like, out of sight, out of mind. And because it was out of sight, out of mind, it was like, well, I'm fine. I don't care about this. And my good friend, Michael Glaze, it's my boo. He is not only my friend, but he's also a life coach. He's my life coach. He's my life coach, specifically me. He is accepting clients, but specifically me. He sat with me and we took the stories and we took the actual emotions. We sat in rehearsals and I just cried. And it was just like, I never knew I felt like this about her, really. But it was super healing. And I always say, from that day to now, I always say that my backstage at the Lincoln was my transition from girl to woman. Yeah, so it was like parts of the backstage, there was audio, and it was saying things like, she can't stay here, she has to go, her time is done. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a point in there where Riley, who played the 10-year-old me, was walked off. And then the 16-year-old me was walked off. And then it was just me. So yeah, it was great. It was a beautiful experience. It was so fun to actually curate, but it was also super freeing for me as a human being. And then it's just spiraled into something really beautiful. Just in my own evolution, like because now it's like I'm walking around Earth not as a little girl in a woman's body, but as a woman. And I'm navigating what that looks like and what that feels like and how I want it to look and how I want it to feel and who I want to actually be. So yeah. My dad is an old school Black man, and he cares a lot about a lot of things, but he was also raised in a time where we don't really talk about this. Girl, you depressed? What's that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like it's that thing. He never made me feel like he didn't care, but it always felt like confusion. It always felt like I don't know what to do with this, so you have to go handle it. Like you have to go deal with it. And so I just started writing. I just started writing and writing. Whatever the feelings were. I still, like as an artist, sometimes I think we forget like our mental, like we're so talented and people see us so many ways and we're so great, that our mental, sometimes we kind of put ourselves in these boxes of greatness. We put ourselves in these boxes of who we're supposed to be. And it's like, actually, girl, you're sad this week. Like you're sad. So I still struggle with like, not with the suicidal piece, because it's like, I know now that there's a reason that I'm here. Even then, I knew there was a reason that I was here, because even when I wrote the poem, I didn't really have a plan. It was just like, this is how I feel right now, and I don't know what to do with it. So this is it. But even now, it's like, I still deal with depression. I still deal with anxiety. And I'm still trying to figure out ways for those moments not to be so big. I have to accept the fact that I'm human and I'm great. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know if it's a matter of coming out of it. I'm not suicidal now, which God, but I do still deal with like the mental side of things, where it's like, damn, like because I don't know if we can touch it now, but it's like, damn. Okay, it's like, damn, like I've done all of these things and all of these things are so great, and why don't I feel it? Why do I not look around and see it sometimes?
Kingdom Image Arts is more than just an organization. It's a beacon of hope and possibility for our community. Through our initiatives, we strive to build confidence, develop skills, and cultivate a deep appreciation for the arts and the world around us. We believe that by investing in the arts, we can create a more vibrant, resilient, and compassionate community. One where every individual feels valued, supported, and empowered to pursue their passion and dreams.
I am Tiffany Mariie, and this is my story. And it's really just a matter of, that's where like that self-care comes in. That's where having a really strong village, having people, I have to remind myself not to seclude myself and accept invitations. because I have a habit. I I get in spaces and I'm like, no, I don't want to be seen today. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. But for me, it's like every time I feel like I don't want to be seen today, God is like, hey, someone needs you. Hey, there's something that you're supposed to be doing. And somebody not going to get what they need because you want to hide. And it never fails that every time I get up and I go when I don't want to, there's always something there for me. There's always something there for me and something in me that someone needs. And so that's always my reminder. It's like, no, this life is worth living. It's worth living, but you have to decide how you're going to live it. You have to decide if you are going to show up today and how full you can show up today and be okay with it. Like, you have to be okay with your enough being good enough and with it not being good enough. And accepting the fact that to some people it's not going to be good enough, and then that's a them problem because this is all I had today. So I really just want people to, like, I don't know, like, I think people feel like I'm inspirational sometimes, and it's like, this is my real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my real life. Like, and that was the thing with the backstage, was like, one of the things that Michael kept telling me was like, don't let nobody else tell your story. And it's so cool that this is what we're doing, because it's like, if you don't tell your story, then it leaves all kind of space for people to fill in the gaps however they want to do it. But that also includes in how we show up. So it's like, people say, like, you're inspirational, you're this, you're that, you're great. And I'm like, nah, I'm me. I'm me. This is my real life. This is my real experience. If I say a poem, that's something I'm actually, if I'm not experiencing it now, I did, and I had to learn how to navigate it. So just show up, be who you are. Like, people need to see us broken. People need to see us uncomfortable. People need to see us hurt. Like, people need to see that. Because there are people in this world who are experiencing pain and hurt and uncomfortability and transitions who have never seen anybody do it, who have never seen anybody successfully navigate it. So without us showing up and without us telling those stories, then there's somebody in the world who don't feel like they can navigate it at all. And that's how they end up, you know what I'm saying? That's how they end up taking their lives. That's how they end up doing things, because they don't know. Like, I've never seen this before, and this is hard, and there's no one around me who's ever done it, and there's no one that I can see, whether I know them or not, that's done it. So I don't want to. It's easy to fall into, and I don't want to. Like, it's so easy. So I don't know. Hopefully that inspires somebody. Like, show up, be who you are. Like, be who you are. Show up sad, show up hurt, show up broken, show up uncomfortable, show up with no money in your account and it in the negative. Show up. Show up. Yeah.
Tiffany Mariie.
Hi.
Hi. You're here at Black Bold and Beautiful Studios, and I'm just so happy that you told your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
You know, I feel good. I think that these spaces are necessary.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you for giving us the space to tell our stories our way.
Yeah. And that's the good thing. There's something that you said. If we don't tell our stories, then people just can create their own narrative. So I'm happy that people are able to tell their stories.
Yeah, no,
you know, your transparency is going to help somebody for sure. And I just can't wait for everyone to hear it. Thank you so much for coming in. I love you.
I love you, friend.
What's up, everybody? I am Jonathan Banks, the executive director and the founder of Black Bold and Beautiful Productions. I want you to know that you are never alone. I want you to know that you are worth it. I want you to know that you are enough. If you ever feel like that suicide is the option, know that it's not. And if you need immediate help, please dial 988 Lifeline. You're worth it.
What's going down, man? You typed in the AR the artist, and you are watching Black, Bold, and Beautiful, My Story. Make sure you follow us on YouTube at BLKBB Productions. Hit the subscribe button.